Greetings, this is the Timeshare Traveler, and today is episode 116. Should you do holidays in timeshares? I've done actually Christmas for the last 2 years, so I sort of thought of this given it's the holiday season for many people. Should you do it in timeshares? A lot of people have traditionally done it in homes, meet at a certain place on a regular. So maybe this is similar with timeshares. You can find places that are interesting. So I'll go through booking the timeshare, lots of holidays to choose from, bringing families together, the pluses and minuses, advantages, and so forth. And then I'll go through my holiday plans just to show you what I have planned in general. Before I do that, I'm going to go a little bit into my channel, and then I'll be back and talk about the details. Hi, this is Cliff, and I'm the Timeshare Traveler. Welcome to my channel. The purpose of my channel is to educate those who love traveling in timeshares. I've been an owner for 15 plus years at timeshare ownership. I have elite ownership with Marriott, Hilton, and Worldmark. I have published over 100 timeshare video reviews, and I've published over 95 timeshare tips. I can be found on Facebook at Timeshare Trav, at Twitter, Timeshare Trav, and on the web at www.timesharetraveler.com. Well, you guessed it, I'm the planner. So you need to book well in advance, and obviously I've been traveling for a year in timeshare, so that's pretty straightforward for me. But really, one of the challenges I face is not everybody wants to talk about next year. Still they'll just sort of have a short-term thinking, and family plans can be a challenge. How to get everyone's family to work out, and so forth. When they're younger, when the kids are younger, then bringing the grandparents in is always good because I get a chance to see the grandkids. So that's usually a little easier. But when the kids get to be adults like mine are, it's a little tricky because they have busy lives and getting time to spend with their father compared to all the other demands on their time and interesting things is a challenge. So the other thing is you got to pick a location, and sometimes the same place every year, which I have done last year, but I'm going to change it up a little bit this year. Guessing how many people can arrive, what's the trade-off of how many people are going to be, if you have a larger family, how many can make it. That's always a little bit of guesswork and a little bit of risk, but still it's worth it in my opinion. And again, it's the way I look at this, it's either a chance for a family adventure or a family disaster. Uh, just put this out. There's a lot of holidays to choose from. You've got right now in the December time frame. You've got Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's. You've got Chinese New Year's, which is typically in January. And many people aren't working that during that period, so they actually can get away. And if you plan in advance, they can sort of take things into consideration. 4th of July is great because you know what? You don't got to clean up the grill for those that are grillers like I am. And you have a much nicer pool probably than you might have yourself. Major birthday or any birthday actually for that matter is also a good time because it's kind of a treat to take someone on a trip or whatever for their birthday. You got the sort of summer Labor Day, Memorial Day bookends, and those schools are out, so that becomes ocean and pool time can be just enough. And again, Valentine's Day is always an option for romance to make a short getaway trip. And Thanksgiving can be thankful that you have the chance to get together as a family. And again, it's a trade-off there, staying in a nice place, but you've got to sort of import the food. So there you go. There's lots of places, lots of options to choose from. So it doesn't have to just be a major holiday. It can be a little more creative than that. I used to do a lot of traveling even when my kids were little, that to go visit the grandparents or the grandparents would come visit us. So I've kind of was in that mode. It's a great when kids are all grown as well, because then you get together. They don't typically get busy, and this is a way to sort of give them some time to spend some time together to develop relationships over time. And a great time to take grandkids to Disneyland or Disney World, depending on your location of East Coast or West Coast. So it might be the perfect time to, book one of the Orlando or one of the Anaheim area timeshares. Plenty to choose from there, no matter your brand. Again, one of the challenges that in my case, I downsized to a one bedroom, so I don't have a space where I can, traditional family would be to have everybody over to the oldest parent and then have it at that location, but that doesn't necessarily work in my case, so I take them to an adventure. So that works. And again, it can be hard to bring families together, whether it's at someone's house or whatever's. And again, sometimes timeshares can create that allure because it's a new place and exciting. And so that has worked for me, where the kids now sort of try to give me some guidance on where they'd like to try next. Well, hopefully my the advantage is, hopefully I haven't had too many family disasters. It's an opportunity to teach my kids about how to take advantage of timeshares and get experiences they normally wouldn't, maybe not have been able to get on their own. Um, and again, one of the things is I don't, no one has to feel responsible for hosting. It's kind of like everybody showed up to sort of enjoy that. Um, and each holiday can mean a new experience. So you can vary up things, or you can go to the same place every year. All of that works, and that depends kind of on your family dynamics. Less cleanup after a day of cooking. So in my case, I just got back from Christmas, and we actually literally the last night we were there was Christmas, so we really didn't have to clean up after the traditional Christmas dinner. We just sort of left it for the cleaners the next day. So it was really pretty good. And again, good for a 3 to 4 day holiday to get-togethers. Not too long, not too short. You can decide on that. Sometimes you can make it exotic, like going to Hawaii, and that's a little more planning challenge. But again, it might be a lot more beneficial overall. I wish it were all rosy, but it's not. There are challenges. Like if someone has a pet, timeshares can be really challenging unless it's an emotional support animal, because typically timeshares don't allow for pets. I will tell you this: I have found there are hotels that accept pets, and sometimes what I've done is I've booked a hotel close by, as well as a timeshare, and then that way the pet problem kind of goes away. It can be easier to cook at home because you know where everything is. It's kind of better, all those plans, spices, and all the pans and stuff. Hard to schedule busy families and getting them away, the travel time and all that can be really difficult. I don't want to overdo that. Coordinating travel and who is sleeping where, all those kind of things become the problem. Whereas, that the traditional family where everybody knows where the house is and where that works out. And again, it's just hard to plan far in advance and hope that it all works out. It has worked out. It's become somewhat of a tradition, but there's always a worry that it's going to, always some last minute adjustments I have to make. Here's a few that I've done just to give you a sense of what I've done. In the last 2 years, I've had Christmas and New Year's in Monterey, California. The 4th of July I had in the wine country, and I had my birthday and a friend of mine's birthday in Hawaii. And I've done my kids' birthdays in Hawaii before. Planned New Year's 2023. I'm dancing in Phoenix. I'm a West Coast swing dancer, so I'm looking forward to that. Christmas 2023, I'm actually moving it to San Diego, a little more sun and beaches. Monterey's got the sun, but it's a little bit cooler, so I get like 10 degrees warmer, so I might be into the low 70s with luck. My birthday, I'm hiking in Lake Tahoe. Beautiful. I love the area. Booked that in advance. And 4th of July, I booked in wine country. So that's what I've done so far. Later in the year, I'll probably do some more travel to meet up with my brother and various things like that. But that's my plans. Anyway, I hope you love this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. Enjoy. Happy traveling.